video for the Frank Martin versus Michel Rivera fight, and this is going to be mostly based on Michel. My first video was based on Frank, and my last video will be my prediction video that I probably will drop on Friday. But starting off, if people don't know who Michel Rivera is, you're going to find out this Saturday. He's a very good fighter. People have been talking about him. He deserves this fight. He deserves a title fight. He's been working his way up the ladder. He's been fighting good competition, actually. Not a lot of big names, but Frank will be his first really good name, in my opinion. And I believe this is going to be a fire fight, a highly entertaining, for real. Regardless if they stand and if there's not much work being done in the ring at that time or not, I already know what I'm in store for. This is going to be some sweet science. There's going to be some boxing involved. It's going to be some intelligence. A good chess match is going to be going on this Saturday. This main event, and I just seen the card, is a very long card. Very long, very entertaining card on Showtime this Saturday. But, okay, Michel has, I think, a 2-inch height advantage, I believe, or 1-inch height advantage, and he has a 3-inch reach advantage on Frank Martin, and he has a good jab, and he actually uses it every single round. He opens up with the jab. He finishes with the jab sometimes. He likes his jab. He uses it a lot, you know what I mean? And it is a good jab, like I said, and it is a long, rangy jab also. He doesn't have the best footwork, but his footwork isn't bad at all. Not at all is his footwork bad. I believe he needs a little bit more help in the defensive, maybe slipping punches, that type of department, because he really likes that shell, the Philly shell. He does the shoulder roll a lot, you know what I mean? But for when people get, well, he fights on the inside as well, but a lot mid-range. And in my opinion, mid-range in this fight is going to be Frank's wheelhouse as well, just like inside and mid-range is both going to be Frank's wheelhouse in this fight. So being that that's where Michel Rivera throws his combinations is mid-range, it's going to be tricky really getting his stuff off the way he wants to without taking damage from Frank, because Frank has very fast hands, and whenever Michel gets close enough to hit, he's just like I said, it's going to be a 3-piece, spicy or more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how Frank fights. So, but I also think he can have some success mid-range fighting. If you throw some hooks and combinations as well, make sure he brings his replacement back defensively and guard his chin. You know what I'm saying? He throw that quickly and slip some punches. Don't stay there in between the punches. Don't move your head off center. If he does that and he gets in some shots, he can hurt Frank. And if he does hurt Frank, we'll know this man really got some true power. You know what I mean? The problem is that on the inside, he's not really a good fighter inside. You know, when he gets inside or fighters get inside to him, he'll throw his shit and, you know, hold you. He'll grab you. And that's intelligent, but that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen a lot of people grab Frank Martin. You know, actually never seen anybody actually successfully grab and hold Frank. So this is a big step up fight for them both. Frank's never seen nobody like Michel Rivera. I take my hat off to him. He's a very good fighter. I have nothing really bad to say about him besides his defense is going to have to be the key in this fight. He has to be defensively aware in there with Frank Martin. The man is fast and he's very powerful. Frank got power, man. That man has power, and it seems like he gets stronger as the rounds go along. But Rivera is also... he also likes throwing combinations. I love his combinations. He also throws to the body and to the head as well. He throws just like Frank. You know, this is a very close, very good matchup. Some of them punches that, you know, because Frank gets very low defensively. Some of them body punches, if Frank get low, can land right on Frank's chin or the top of his head. It's very possible that that can happen during this fight. This is a pick and fight, just like I said in my last video. It is 50-50. It just is, because we haven't seen enough of both fighters. When it comes to fights where the fighter's never seen anything like the other fighters, those are the 50-50 fights. And that's what makes fights great, is 50-50 fights. That's why this is so highly anticipated by the boxing minds. I know people waited to talk about this fight, as I know I did. I knew about this fight a while ago, and I purposely didn't make a video because it's hard to talk about 50-50 fights. It really is. Unless you fangirling or fanboying, or, you know, you really like one fighter. And I like Frank Martin. I really do. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more than Michel, but I can't just sit here and say that he's going to walk through Michel. I can't say that. I can't say that at all. And I'm not going to. Like, he's too good of a fighter. He definitely can beat Frank Martin. For sure, he can beat Frank Martin. I'm going, just like I said, I'm going to make my last video about my prediction. Probably going to be a 3-4 minute video on Friday. But man, this is something that you guys can't miss. Do not miss this fight. The keys to victory for Michel Rivera is to use his jab and bore Frank Martin with it, if possible. When you get on the inside, keep your punches to a minimum. I know I said Frank Martin throw that 3-piece spicy or more. His max should be 3 on the inside, because his hands isn't faster than Frank's, and his defense isn't perfect on the inside, and Frank's powerful. So I believe he should get inside and, you know, work the body with a long jab. You know what I'm saying? If he can, you know, use his jab and keep him on the outside. You know, it sounds boring, but I don't believe it's going to be, because Frank's a very intelligent and very fast, explosive fighter, and he knows how to use his great feet. He knows how to use them. So, but that's what he needs to do. And when he get on the inside or mid-range to throw his hot stuff, throw his best punches, his hardest punches. Give Frank something to worry about, something to think about. This is going to be a long fight, and Rivera knows that, and I'm more than sure Frank knows that as well, because both of them are great fighters. Both of them has been 10, 12 rounds already. It's no sweat to them. They know what's up. So that's like the main key for him, you know, is defensively. When it comes to a fighter with power that can box like Frank, and he's a smaller fighter and knows how to get low, you know, and with good feet. The number one thing you gotta have is defense. If you don't have that, it's gonna spell for a very hard night. And that's what is not perfect on Rivera. But like I said, he keep him on the outside. He throw his best punches. You know what I'm saying? That straight to the body from the outside, a jab to the body from the outside. When he get inside, throw some hooks, and, you know, maybe a hook or an uppercut to the body and bring it back upstairs. Like, that's what he's going to need to do. When Frank get on the inside, he needs to cover up and push Frank off. Push Frank off of you until the ref tells you you can't do it anymore. And then when the ref tells you you can't do it, push him. Then drop down, take your shoulder, and hit Frank to the midsection. That's not pushing. It's not the same thing. If the ref tell you to stop doing that, then you need to circle and push Frank off of you with one hand like a jab, and make it look like a jab, or jab him off of you and back up. That is what I have to say about his keys to victory. It's not going to be easy to do that, but at the same time, if he knows what he's doing and he has power, then it shouldn't be too difficult as well. But like I said, it all depends on the fighters. It always depends on the fighters when they show up fight night. These videos from everybody is just our opinion, you know, about what's going to happen that hasn't happened yet, you know. So I'm just basing this off of what I've seen from the fighters already. If they come in there without that same mindset, or tired or sick, that's a totally different story. That is just how I look at it and how I view it for right now. Tell me what you think about Michel Rivera in this fight. Again, check me on Friday for my prediction. Peace.